This is Charlie Parsons Boxing Social in association with Betfred. I'm here. I've got the Rascal Corduroy on today.
Parsons has gone for the Stone Island Corduroy. Unbelievable liberties.
Do you not think that sort of, you want to do Stone Island, but you want to get a bit smart for Katie Taylor?
I actually quite like it.
Something that you'd pull off?
I mean, if every time, apparently it's okay for you to be versatile, just not okay for me to be versatile.
I'm not 43.
But you're also not Kate.
Get in there. Look, let's go into it. Katie Taylor with a wide unanimous decision. Look, just performs time and time again. Just your thoughts on the fight itself.
It was a tough fight. You know, I mean, I knew that the problem is with these fights is everyone just presumes that Katie Taylor steamrolls through these fighters. She's 19-0 Carabajal. She's a good fighter. You know, she had long levers. She could punch a little bit as well, more than her record suggests. And I thought it was a good performance from Katie. You know, obviously, you know, when you're Katie Taylor and you're rising to the levels of Amanda Serrano and those, you know, that's what she's capable of doing. And before the Amanda Serrano fight, you know, she had 2 mandatories and people say, is she on the slide? And I'm sure they'll say tonight, oh, is she on the slide? Well, last performance was sensational. So you'll see when she fights Amanda Serrano, when she fights Chantel Cameron, Jessica McCaskill, and that will be next. You know, a massive fight in Ireland. It's time now to take her home and I can't wait.
She is 36 now. Obviously, she needs to move carefully, but at the same time needs to get that Croke Park fight done. Because look, if she hadn't done that at the end of her career, it'd be a waste.
Yeah, and that's why it has to be next. You know, I mean, she's 22-0 now. She's 36, but she's lived the life, of course. She had a lot of fights, a lot of amateur fights. There's still plenty in the tank, but obviously we are in the back end of her career, and this is why we have to jump on Croke Park or Ireland now, because there's not going to be many other opportunities in the kind of fights that are available. So we'll be working hard to make that happen.
The DAZN boxing show done a little segment with Jake Paul this week, and he said, look, the money's got to be right. Obviously, with women's boxing, it's always been spoke about that. Look, the reason it's, you know, one of the reasons it's so loved is because there isn't all this promotional dispute, and the big fights can be made. Is there a worry that now we're moving forward to a position where, you know, look, once again, like the men's?
That's actually a good question, Parsons. First one.
You'd say it was a good interview.
Yeah, first one in 4 years. But you are right, you know, as the money increases and obviously there are more opportunities with networks and promoters, it does get harder to make, because like you said, if this was a year ago and you offered $1 million for Amanda Serrano to fight Katie Taylor, she'd do it in Mars, let alone in Ireland. So, but now obviously they, you know, and right, the value's going up of these fighters. People realise that the networks are paying more money for women's boxing, therefore the purses will go up. But hopefully we don't see the same as we see in men's boxing. Taylor-Serrano should be a straightforward fight to make, and hopefully we can get it done.
Just a few more from me. Does the whole Jake Paul saga on your end make it any more difficult?
Not really. I don't think so. I mean, look, we're in our own legal battle, and we'll see where that goes. But he represents his fighters. He's going to want what's best for his clients. Obviously, from my end, I have no problem making a fight, and hopefully we can get it done.
Rattle through the rest of the card, most notably was Johnny Fisher with the amazing support once again, and that brilliant fight between Kiko Martinez and Jordan Gill. Wasn't to be for Jordan Gill, but provided a really good night of boxing in the end.
It was a really good, brilliant atmosphere, even from early in the night. You know, Gary Cully, first of all, sensational. You know, brilliant first round. You all right? No worries, see you in a bit. Brilliant first round knockout from him, and you know, he's going to be a big part of the fight card in Ireland as well when we go there. Kiko Martinez, unbelievable. You know, he just seems to be getting fresher and better. Jordan Gill, you know, maybe his resistance wasn't quite the same after that Girthy war, but it was brilliant shot selection by Kiko. Johnny Fisher, unbelievable atmosphere. You know, I mean, I've never seen support like it. The guy's in 6-rounders, and that guy was a step up for him, but he breezed through him well. Maisie Rose ended up being co-main event. She was supposed to be floating.
She must have been nervous.
Yeah, very, and boxed well considering. Ellie Scottney, you know, had a good performance against Romero, who decided to, you know, box off the back foot really. It was a bit scrappy, but she's now up for a world title shot. Really good fight between Thomas Whittaker-Hart and Ellison. Ellison, I thought, deserved the victory in that. Jordan Reynolds, massive fan base, great John Hedges performance. And I think that's all about it, mate, to be honest.
Quickly, Abu Dhabi next week. I can't wait to soak in that sun.
Honestly, like, you have to understand how good this card is in Abu Dhabi. Massive night of boxing and a massive moment for us taking our first show to Abu Dhabi. Cannot wait. Tune in on DAZN. Parsons will be there.
I'm going to squeeze one more.
Go on.
On the whole Conor Benn saga, I've got to ask you. Look, obviously we saw that there were 2 failed VADA tests. At the time we only thought there was 1. Why weren't we made aware prior that there was, you know, when the 1 test came out, that there was 2 VADA tests failed?
Because it was confidential with the British Boxing Board of Control. It was before the fight testing, contracted testing began. Many other reasons, and again because of the way it was tested and the results of the test, this will come out. But there was ultimately it was left in the hands of the British Boxing Board of Control, who took a very long time. They had a tough decision. Unfortunately, they waited till 3 days before the fight. It made it a lot worse, and that's where we are.
Thanks, Edward. John Hearn.